Hello and welcome, guys. We're back again to Dublin, Triumph, just to do comparison between those two models. This is 2022 Street Triple RS and carbon black, and this is 2023 brand new Triumph Baby cosmic yellow color. Okay, so there you have, side to side, two not so far off Street Triple RS. They just only a couple months between each other. But what we can see, they just share a few differences. Okay. So starting from the front of the bike, as you can see, the new bike, the front end of the bike looks now more like Speed Triple, bigger brother. It doesn't have that kind of plastic cowl around the clocks, around the upper headlights. But don't worry, for those people who want at least some kind of protection and maybe change a little bit of visual look of the bike, you can still buy that from genuine accessories of Triumph. Okay, so you can buy that plastic cowl, plus at the top you can still buy that kind of screen visor. Okay, as you can see closer, the headlights slightly different. I don't know if you can pick up this, but the new model has a little bit sleeker, more aggressive boogie eyes versus the old one. Okay, so that's the difference. Another difference will be the dash display. The both bikes, they have the same 5 inches TFT displays, but the new one actually got higher resolution display. So they display the same graphics on the dash. The all information are displayed the same way as they were on the previous, but the new one has high resolution, so you can see everything much clearer, better, more crisper. Also, this new dash is fixed. You can't move anywhere. Where the old one, you were able to flick up or down, depends to your needs, just to eliminate that light reflection from the dash. Okay. Another difference is the handlebar. The new Street Triple got 12 millimeters wider handlebar than the previous one. Okay. All the switches, mirrors, brake fluid reservoir, everything is the same. Clamp, everything is the same as with the previous one. The both bikes has big Showa 41 upside down forks. The only difference, it's a brake. Front brake on the new one, it's now Brembo Stalima versus with the previous one M50 monoblock caliber. I can tell you straight away, the quite interesting fact. The new one got only M50 Stalima brake because Brembo stopped manufacture the Brembo M50 monoblocks. So that's why the new one got the Brembo Stalimas. Okay. Another difference we can spot straight away is the radiator. The new bike got bigger radiator versus the new old one. Also, the side panels and radiator cover, which old one has made from aluminium, this is plastic. The new one has everything in plastic. Those cover side panels actually looks very nice, but this one looks kind of cheapy. Definitely. The old one looks much nicer, sleeker. Okay. Another difference is a belly pan. This one, because this new Street Triple has only one catalytic converter converter versus 2 with the previous model has shorter belly pan. Okay, so belly pan is shorter. This one it's longer. Also, with the old bike, you were able to change slip-on to anyone you like it, and left the pipe headers. With the new one, if you think you can get any aftermarket slip-on, you have to change the whole system, including the pipes. You're not able to put just ordinary slip-on. You have to change the headers, everything. Coming to the engine of this bike. So both bikes, the 765cc engines, but this time the new Street Triple got all the internals of the engine completely new. So new piston, new rods, new camshaft, all that bits and pieces, and also the gearbox is different. The gear ratio is a little bit different compared to the old one. So between 4th, 2nd and 3rd you have a shorter gears, and then I think so from 4th or from 5th, 6th gears are very similar to the old one. So bike is now about 7 horsepower more, but you're not gonna able to feel that horsepower more on the road, because that horsepower is sitting very high on the high revs. I think so from 11 on 11.5 grand you can feel them. Bike has this one, the new one, got 1 Nm more torque versus the new one, but also you don't feel that kind of power. But what they done, because the gear ratio is completely different, I think the sprockets are different as well. So the new Street Triple actually feels more poppy, more lively, more hooligan than the previous one, even if it shouldn't feel like that, because like I said, the extra power is very, very high on the high revs, and that 1 Nm shouldn't be doing any different. The bike feels completely different. Plus that quick shifter is just silky smooth. Okay, back to the pipes. Pipe is a little bit longer and now has plastic tip at the end, versus when the new one, the old one, had nice carbon fiber tip on. Okay, now this carbon fiber tip on is only reserved for the Moto 2 edition. Okay, the rear end is exactly the same between all those bikes, so no different. From the half of the bike, seat, rear end, swing arms, everything is the same, no difference. The difference is the seat height. Now, due to small bracket at the back, it's 10 mm higher sitting versus the old model. Okay, the new model also got the new quick shifter, which is much more sleeker, much more smoother versus the old bike. And obviously the main difference are tanks. The new one got higher, different shape tank, and it's covered with the plastic cover, where under that plastic is a metal tank which contains 15 liters of fuel, where the old one has metal tank, kind of camel toe shape, and contains 17.4 liters. And I tell you, this bike is quite thirsty. Soon when you start opening the throttle right kind of aggressive, this bike can take even 8 liters of petrol. So definitely with the new one, if it's the same kind of thirst, you more often visit the petrol station. Okay, also the new bike got the full electronic package, full IMU system, which now has the cornering ABS, corner traction control, front lift control, and combine the brakes. So front brake is combined with the rear one. Soon they put pressure on the front brake, start working the rear brake up to some point. Okay, so even more aggressive stopping power. And another different, which I notice, it's a new diagnostic plug under the seat on the new one. So it's not anymore as was on the previous bike standard OBD2 plug. It's kind of new one. I wasn't able to open and see what exactly, how many pin has that plug, but it's different. You're not able to plug standard OBD2 scanner. You have to buy some kind of adapter converting you from that diagnostic plug to OBD scanner. Okay. So the handling, it's very similar. It's very nice, very trusty, easy cornering bike. But the new one, with those changes, with this quick shifter, the bike feels more poppy, more quicker, more hooligan, more playful. So basically, rear end exactly the same, different tank, more update engine, slightly cosmetic changes outside, which gives the much sharper, much sleeker, more aggressive look to the new bike. It's really refreshing, And I can tell you, for example, the same thing happened to this model when it came out in 2020, because with the previous generation from 2017 to 2019, this model was updated in 2020. So what Triumph done is done some kind of cosmetic changes, lights, few plastics, done the internal changes inside the engine, but all the base, all the frames on the swing arms, everything was the same. The engine capacity, they added only quick shifter up and down into that model in 2020. So when I sat down and just test drove 2018 versus to 20 or 22, there was very, very small changes. The bike feels exactly the same power, to same kind of seat height, brakes, everything was the same. Like I said, only small cosmetic changes around the plastic, the different exhaust but everything was the same. But this one, you think, yeah, probably they don't the same. Small, no. This bike feels completely different. They make it more playful bike, more hooligan bike, more agile bike. It just, you think again, small changes, but they tweak now this bike to perfection nearly. I tell you that. I didn't expect anything like that from this bike. So now you have to just answer yourself question, what bike should you buy? Should I buy this one? Should I buy this one? Or should I buy the previous one? I can't answer for you. You have to just answer to yourself. If the money is not object, probably I highly recommend the new model, because it's more up to date, more features, more gadgets. Still, handling is the same. It's absolutely beast on the corner, very agile. But in my opinion, at the moment, if money is a kind of issue and you really, really want a street triple, I think for me, the best value street triple is actually from 2017 to 2019. It's best value for the money you can get, because basically you get the same bike, 765cc engine, the same chassis, the same swing arms, everything is the same. Just because it's few years older, you can get it for less money, cheaper, and you can still enjoy that bike as you enjoy this one on the new one. Of course, like I said, the new one, it's no doubt, it's better, because it's supposed to be, every generation is supposed to be better and better. They put the level, and the level is higher and higher every time. So that's my opinion. Okay, if you can afford to buy this one, but if you have the money, just don't think twice, go for the new one. And also, I think, that's obviously my personal opinion, this is probably the last 765 street triple RS as we can see now, because they stretch this engine to maximum. Obviously the Moto2 GP engine has I think it's around 140 brake horsepower, but this is tuned to the racing, so the service intervals are much often, and then this engine required more often rebuilding, so this is not what Triumph wants to put for the ordinary customers, because that would be too much hassle, So I think this is the last street triple with 765cc engine, and probably the next one we see with much bigger engine, probably 800 or 900cc, and probably like, you know, another few more tweaks here and there. So we'll see. Time only will tell us. Okay, so that's everything from me. Thanks Triumph Dublin for allowing me to record this video. Okay, stay tuned, stay safe, and see you next time. Bye.